what's up? Welcome back. If you're new, I'm Jessica, Earth Angel 111. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I'm gonna do a love collective message, so remember to only take what resonates as always. Leave the rest, maybe someone else's message. But the overall energy is please forgive me for the past, and I need to get my life in order before coming forward because you deserve that. So you are dealing with a energy from the past. There is someone who is acknowledging through some type of no communication or time apart from you how much they miss you and how much your connection meant to them. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, y'all, and whoever this is has come to realize that they needed to grow up. And maybe the two of you were going through some type of emotional imbalance in the past, but they feel as though you've really showed them what it means to love someone from a distance and know that sometimes it's necessary in order for the two of you to grow. So Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, this person views you as their queen, okay? If you're a masculine, as their king. But yeah, it's like they have grown to see just how much you had to endure in the connection and how they needed to change in order for the two of you to have a healthier relationship. So whether or not you decide to take this person back is going to be subjective to your story and your feelings, but this is someone who is acknowledging through this reading that they knew that they needed to get their life in order before giving you the love offer you deserve. And some type of forgiveness was in order. So this person could know that they messed up bad with you, and like in order to make things better, they needed time for you to cool off or for you to see things from a different perspective. So they feel like it's been a little bit of time. Now there's a lot of energy here. There's earth, water, and air energy. You are your person, but look at that. The sun and the Ace of Cups. Home is where the heart is, and for you guys, okay, you are this person's home. And they feel like their life has been in complete distortion since the two of you parted ways, but they knew it needed to happen because they needed to get uncomfortable and able to change. So this person has changed a lot since the two of you haven't been together, and they're realizing that the one thing that's missing from their life is your connection. You two were like best friends, you were lovers, you were more than that. For a lot of you, this person knew that you were their life partner, but they were extremely either immature when y'all met or holding on to some type of emotional baggage from their last connection. And sometimes it takes going through it with someone else to truly realize that you're holding on to past energy. So this person had been heartbroken before they met you, and that heartbreak was playing out over and over again in your connection in different ways, whether that be this person kind of being emotionless at times or like overly defensive. For others of you, it's like this person will be super in 1 minute with you and super kind of cold the next. So they came to realize that they needed to work on themselves. They needed to be alone. And this person has done the work. They've really done some type of emotional healing, whether that be through therapy or just learning how to cope without you or a relationship in general. Like this person has gone from immature to super mature in the way of realizing that they literally needed to be alone to be able to say, okay, this is what I want from a relationship, this is what I don't. So they've done the work and they would love to reconnect with you. And it's gonna come when you least expect it. Now this person wants you to know that they've always felt super protective over you and your relationship. So even if anyone ever asked them the status of your connection or how they felt about you after the relationship or even during, they want you to know that they always had your back. This is someone who feels incredibly loyal to you and your relationship, even if you two weren't on the same page at times. And they think you don't know that. This person thinks that you might have assumed that they weren't going to have your back because you two weren't together. That is not the case. This person totally was always the one to stick up for you, feeling protective over you and the love that the two of you shared. So they want you to know they feel like you've gotten much more attractive since the day even you first met. Like over time, seeing you now, how much you've grown and evolved into the person that you are, has made them feel like such an attraction towards you. And also too, the fact of the matter is, okay, this person views you as someone that they would love to have a family with. So wishing you could be with them today as you watch this reading. And yeah, this person wants you to know that you are the sexiest person they've ever met. So This person's got a lot of love for you, collective. You're definitely dealing with a divine masculine or a divine feminine, however you resonate. And they see themselves building a family with you. So it says a new addition to your family will be coming soon. Congratulations, soon you or someone around you will be welcoming a new member to the family. So a lot of you, it says fur babies count too. You may be thinking of adopting an animal together once you get back together, a dog, a cat, something like that, a bunny rabbit. For others of you, it may be that you're actually going to start a family with this person or continue a family depending on how you resonate. They have come to see how much strength you have through your time apart as well, and they find that to be irresistible. Like the fact that you were able to be independent and to realize that this person needed to heal, they're beyond grateful for that. Because without you even needing to say it, this person knows that exactly what they're going through now in your relationship is what you already knew had to happen. So they are mature enough to realize now that the separation between the two of you had to occur in order for this person to really just learn how to love themselves so that they could be a better partner for you. So there's nothing more attractive than that. And they just want you to know that they feel very protective over your relationship. And most importantly, wanting to make amends without anyone else being in the middle of it. So they may be thinking about reaching out by keeping it more discreet or private, that the two of you are deciding to give your relationship another chance because they don't want any outside opinions or interferences as you two are starting to figure out this relationship again. So if you were in a long-term relationship with this person, okay, for some of you, this person sees themselves being the father of your children, or they could already be if you do have a family with this person. They want to come home to their family. They want to be able to make things right. And they know now that they were in the wrong for the way that they either handled your relationship or handled the idea of having to end it at first. But now they see where you were coming from. So a lot of you were the one to walk away from this person, and they just want to acknowledge that they see now why that needed to happen, that the scales needed to be balanced karmically between you and your person. And most importantly, that if you even went through any type of separation or divorce, like they know why you put it off now, because this person knows that your heart was always in a good place for them, but they needed to heal. And this wasn't something that you needed to experience. So this message is really different from the usual love messages. So only take it if it resonates. But yeah, for a lot of you, your person wants you to know that through time apart, they've really seen where it was that they went wrong in your relationship. And more so than that, where they want to mend the connection to give things another chance. You could be a fire sign feminine, Aries, Leo, Sag, or you could be dealing with a fire sign feminine or masculine, Aries, Leo, Sag. But yeah, your person wants you to know that they've never skipped a day where you're not on their mind. They spend a lot of time thinking about how they could have been a little bit too nitpicky. Like they were picking silly things to argue about with you, or they were kind of not being able to be more sensitive to your feelings at the time. So really interesting, okay? So it says, I can't stop thinking about making love to you. So your person wants you to know that they feel as though your physical connection was something that was never an issue between the two of you, and this person may have practiced celibacy, or you both may have in between the breakup. Like they want you to know they haven't been going around dating a bunch of people or being with a bunch of people since y'all split. And if this is a masculine, this person knows you were under the impression that that's what they were going to do. They may have gone on dates, they may have met other people, but they felt as though there was no one that could ever replace the bond that the two of you shared. So they came to realize that there is no reason for them to be in a physical or intimate connection with anyone else while you two were learning how to figure things out. So what they want you to see is that they need you to start listening to their feelings more. And that is part of the reason why the separation needed to happen. This was a mutual thing. They know that you needed your feelings listened to more, and they needed theirs listened to more as well. So your person has just really come to this great sense of peace and understanding as to where your relationship went wrong. And it's really beautiful to see, because a lot of the times people will just give up. So if this message resonates, just know that you're dealing with someone who never gave up on you or your relationship, but they knew that the time apart was necessary in order for you both to grow, to either grow together or to grow apart as people. So at this moment in time, your person spent some time over the weekend just to acknowledge to themselves that they're incredibly proud of how far they've come in their life, separate from you, so that when they come back to you, they are a changed man or woman. And this is the thing, in this day and age, it's so easy for people just to separate, to part ways, and not to give a relationship the chance it deserves. But real relationships take work. No one is going to see eye to eye all the time, but that person who's willing to stay in your life and really be the partner that you need them to be, to accept responsibility when they're in the wrong and choose to be a better version of themselves, that's absolutely beautiful, because that is an unconditional love that you can be proud of, and you deserve that. And this person wants you to know that. They feel like you always were just asking them to pay more attention to how they were feeling. Like, your person wants you to know that they were always loyal to you. So maybe this was a question that you had. Was this person always loyal? Was their heart always in the right place? The answer is yes. And they feel like through this time apart, you were able to see it as much as they are, that you two belong together, okay? So their heart belongs with you. Absolutely beautiful. And a lot of you may have very many years with this person, 3 to 7 years or longer in your relationship. So they don't want to go out there and see you fall in love with someone else or them. They know that your relationship is something that the two of you can make work. And a big reason too why this relationship may have had so many obstacles or difficulties in the past is because this person was going through it internally. Queen of Cups, their emotions were all imbalanced. This person could have really just chosen to kind of push their emotions aside when what they needed to do was confront their feelings head on, acknowledge it, and then create the change in their own life. So they want you to know that they love that you gave them the space and the time to do so. And they find you to be incredibly intriguing, because your person knows that at the back of your mind, you could be wondering what they've been up to. How is it that things are going to be different this time? And most importantly, what is motivating them? Look at that, bottom of the deck, to make this change now instead of before or later. So there's something that's happened in this person. It could be that they've went through something recently in their life that's made them realize that time is incredibly short in our lives. And it's important to love the people that you love. And your person definitely wants to connect with you. Now with the Wheel of Fortune, they could have actually had some type of lucky break, some type of magical blessing that's been bestowed in their life, and they're realizing you weren't there to enjoy it with them. And they just want to be able to enjoy life with you more. So whatever you're going through, you're being assisted. So this person feels like they just recently came into a blessing in their life with that Wheel of Fortune, and they are ready to be able to spend time with you, to make your relationship be the connection it was always meant to be. So wishing you could be with them right now. Feeling incredibly turned on by you. Now also too, it could be over the weekend that a family member of theirs could have been asking them about your connection, whether the two of you were going to give things another chance, or if you were really just going to let this fade away. And you know, one thing that your person's realizing too is they could have pushed you to the point of feeling incredibly done with the relationship, like there was no going back. But they knew that that feeling would subside when over time you could see that this person's really made the effort to change who they are, not only just for your relationship, but for their own life in general. So you're dealing with someone who has a lot of love, and in the past they just didn't know how to communicate that in a healthy manner. So this could be someone who came across as a little bit jealous or a little bit uneven. Sometimes they would be super loving, sometimes they'd be super distant. They realized that that all had to do with them. It never had to do with the love that you showed them. So really interesting message, okay? Some type of overall energy your person's realized over the weekend. Now they're hoping that you feel the exact same, because it says, tell me you want me to. So thinking about you right now, wondering where it is that you're at. Are you feeling the same? Are you two finally back on the same page? Or are you ahead of them or behind them in this feeling or realization that they've had? But at the end of the day, this person misses you a lot, and just wishing that the two of you could be together. So there may be some type of distance between you, whether that be just in your communication or an actual distance between you. And if that's the case, they would love to be able to come towards you and express how much they've been feeling about you and your relationship, and just wanting you to listen with an open ear, okay? So your person has this fear that you're going to shut them down as they're trying to communicate, and they just want you to go into things with a very open mind, and most importantly, an open heart, because they have come to realize that without you in their life, they're feeling incredibly sad, incredibly lost, and most importantly, incredibly aware of where they went wrong to make your connection be in the stagnant current state that it is. And a lot of you, this person just realizes that they needed to heal from the past, from another relationship, from someone who made them feel like they didn't deserve the love that they found within you. So it had a lot to do with this person's confidence. Wow. So you could definitely be dealing with a water sign, lots of water energy. And if not, just notice how the water energy is in reverse. So this person is acknowledging that they were incredibly emotionally imbalanced. They could have even been going through a depression about their own life or their career or just where they're at in life that they may not have felt comfortable enough to express with you at the time, because this person didn't want to burden you to make you feel like they weren't able to tell you more of what was going on in the back of their mind. So yeah, really beautiful. This person wants you to be able to listen to their emotions and to realize that their love lies with you, and that they just needed to be able to kind of spend some time apart in order to figure out exactly where they're going in life. So some of you, this has to do with your person having kind of a midlife crisis, like, okay, they've completed one chapter in their career, they want to find something more sustainable long term, or they're doing really good in their career, but they're about to go to a next advance in that certain career. Like, there's just major changes that are going on in their life outside of your relationship, and this person felt as though they needed to disconnect in order to be able to figure that out. And also, too, through your disconnection, they've come to realize that it's better to work things out with their partner instead of being in a disconnect. And a lot of you could have just wanted that from this person, realizing that life's hard, people change, but you need to find a partner that you can do it with. So thankful for the first day that y'all met. Any more messages from your person? So yeah, feeling incredibly attracted to you. They feel like you were the most beautiful or sexiest man they've ever met, woman, okay? And major trust issues. They have a lot of trust issues going on, and this person needed to figure that out separate to your relationship. So coming to a realization that they only want you, and most importantly, they're ready to be able to figure this out together. So absolutely beautiful energy. I hope you know that whoever this is has come to a major realization in your connection. And it says on the top of the deck, it may not feel like it, but a major blessing is on the way. So a lot of you don't see this unexpected reunion coming in, because this person may pick up the phone and call, or, you know, invite you out for a conversation at a time when you least expect it. And their hopes are that maybe one day things can be different between the two of you. Maybe one day you'll figure out how to be on the same page and how to communicate in a very healthy way. So God bless. Have a beautiful Monday.